Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Cooking with JJ. In this week's episode, I'm going to be making some new and exciting stuffed tomatoes, known as Gemista in Greek. But this is not your Yiayya's recipe. This is my own personal creation with a little bit of a flavor twist. I'm really excited to get started on this recipe and, of course, enjoy these beautiful flavor combos. So without further ado, let's head over to the kitchen and get cooking! For this recipe, I'm using Impossible ground beef made from plants, 100% vegan, a 1/3 cup of medium grain rice, some big juicy tomatoes, dill and parsley and zucchini, some russet potatoes, red wine vinegar. Have 2 cups of veggie broth ready, although we may not need it all. For our special ingredient, it is black garlic, and we're using Himalayan pink salt and some tomato paste, and oregano, of course. You're going to want to peel and slice up your russet potatoes. And we'll slice them into half moon shapes, although they do have a bit of an anamorphic appearance. We're using 1/3 of a package of our Impossible ground here, and you'll just want to crumble it up. We're going to finely dice our half zucchini here. We're cutting off the tops of our big juicy tomatoes. Beefsteak tomatoes are a good option. We'll scoop out the insides of the tomatoes. We're keeping this juicy interior for our sauce, so just scoop out your tomatoes into a bowl. Carve out the interior of the tomato to maximize the room for the filling, being careful not to carve it too thin as you want to maintain its shape. 1/4 inch thickness is the sweet spot. We're dicing our yellow onion. You want the pieces to be medium to small. Some may prefer finely diced. We're pre-frying our potatoes so that everything will cook at the same rate once we pop everything in the oven together. Now I have our tomato meat in our mini ninja with a little Himalayan pink salt, and I'm adding some freshly ground black pepper. And we're going to add our beautiful black garlic in the mix. This will add a unique umami flavor. I'm adding a little bit of veggie stock so we can blend it easier. Blend it all up. In this hot cast iron pan with some olive oil, I'm frying up our yellow onions and our Impossible ground. And once they're browned sufficiently, we're going to push them over to one side. I've added our diced zucchini, I've pushed our mixture to one side, and I'm adding our dry rice into our olive oil. This will prevent any clumping of our rice. Mix in your tomato paste. And add a little bit of the tomato sauce. And then add some of the broth. And mix it all up. We won't be cooking this too long. The pan will maintain its heat, so we're turning off the heat. And we're adding our oregano in the mix. Gradually add a little bit more tomato sauce and the broth. Add a tablespoon or two of red wine vinegar. Add salt and pepper to taste. Did you know that the original Greek Gemista are actually accidentally vegan? This dish falls into the category of Greek foods known as ladera. They're known for their soul-warming, generous use of Greek olive oil. Stuffed tomatoes, stuffed peppers, and other stuffed veggies are thought to have originated from Asia Minor. Of course, they would use pine nuts, raisins, sometimes currants. And as this dish traveled throughout Greece, it took on different forms. People created their own recipes. When it made its way up to northern Greece, they created the non-veg version. And I'm putting my own spin on that version with our impossible ground. While many people are moving away from cooking with olive oil, it is truly the heart of the tradition, and I highly recommend it. But be sure to choose a high-quality Greek olive oil. To elevate this dish, I'm pairing these stuffed tomatoes with a dry Sauvignon Blanc. The tomatoes are naturally acidic, and we have a rich, hearty filling, so we want a wine that's not going to get lost in all those flavors. It is affordable without sacrificing quality, and it has a beautiful bouquet that holds its own against the deep flavors of the Gemista. An absolutely delightful contrast. I'm chopping up some parsley and some dill. We've taken our mixture off the heat and we're adding in the herbs. Just mix them in. Adjust the seasoning to your taste. We're puncturing the bottoms of our tomatoes. This will allow for maximum flavor infusion. We scooped out all the filling from our cast iron pan, and we're adding our tomatoes to the same pan. Now we're filling up our tomatoes. Be sure to leave a little space at the top because the filling will expand. Then pop the tomato lids on. We're surrounding our stuffed tomatoes with our potatoes to keep everything in place. And I'm adding the extra filling around everything. Add a little bit of broth and the tomato sauce to coat everything. Then brush your tomatoes with some olive oil. We're covering our cast iron pan with foil and popping it in the oven at 350 Fahrenheit for an hour. After the cook time is up, remove the foil. Broil it at 425 Fahrenheit for 10 to 15 minutes. You can tell these tomatoes are so juicy. Feel free to pair it with vegan feta, kalamata olives, a salad, some bread, and you're good to go. It's that time again, everyone. I get to try our beautiful, new and exciting stuffed tomatoes. aka Gemista. Juicy flavors. Got a nice umami depth of flavor. The rice is perfect. It's not clumped together. It's still distinguished. You want to be sure to get nice red juicy tomatoes. It is an absolute must. Perfectly seasoned. I'm absolutely satisfied with the way this turned out. I love that umami flavor with the black garlic, that little bit of sweetness with it as well, and the beautiful herbaceousness and juiciness all together. Beautiful, simply divine. So there you have it, everyone, another delicious recipe to add to your recipe booklets. And remember, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that little bell notification icon so you don't miss a single video. Until next time, this is JJ signing off. Kali Orexi.